and welcome to the first episode of the Weekly Football Talk, or WFT. If you get that joke, please let me know. My name is Lee Lublin, and the goal of the show is from week to week, just for me to give a semi-detailed recap of whatever game I had watched the most week before. Maybe touch another couple of games, especially I'll probably be talking about every Bucs game, even if I don't watch every Bucs game. Maybe talk about some big news stories from the NFL the week before, and then possibly preview anything that's going to be happening in the NFL the week after. So, with that all out of the way, I just want to give a little quick introduction about myself, and then for anyone who doesn't know how the NFL works, just give a very quick rundown on that. So, I'm currently enrolled at college, and actually the reason I started this YouTube channel was for one of my classes. And I thought, while I was thinking about a topic, I was trying to think, what is something I feel like I could do on a week-to-week basis that I will continuously love? And I'm going to be watching football on a week-to-week basis, so why don't I just merge the two together? So, a little bit more about me with football related. I became a football fan around the age of 5 or 6, following in my dad's footsteps to becoming a lifelong Bucs fan, as he's been one for 30 years, and now I am coming up on 15 years. So, yeah. Up until last year, that was definitely not the funnest thing, and it was definitely rough, but now we got another Super Bowl, and it made the last 13 years of not making the playoffs very much worth it. Now that you have that little bit about me, I just want to very quickly talk to you guys about how the NFL works for anyone who's just stumbling on this video and does not know football. So, NFL, there are 32 teams. These 32 teams are split into two conferences, the NFC and the AFC. So, 16 teams per conference. From there are 4 divisions for each conference: the North, the South, the East, and the West. 4 teams play in each division. Throughout the regular season, you play your division rivals twice, and then you play your other teams, a group of other teams, once. And then after what used to be 16, what will be this year 17 weeks, 7 teams from each conference are given a shot at the playoffs and a chance to go play in the Super Bowl. How these playoff spots are determined is the top 4 spots go to the 4 division winners of each conference. So whoever wins the AFC North, AFC South, AFC East, AFC West, vice versa for the NFC. And then in particular, if you have the best record out of all the division winners, you get what is called a bye, meaning that you don't actually have to play in the first playoff game. And that can be absolutely huge for certain teams. And then the other 3 division winners unfortunately have to play in what is called Wild Card Weekend, and they play the other 3 teams that get to make the playoffs. These are called the Wild Card teams. These are the 3 best teams that weren't able to win their division. So, now that we have all that, I want to very quickly, since there were no NFL games to recap, I did a whole NFL prediction. I'm going to put the whole thing in the comment section, but I at least wanted to just very quickly run through my division winners, my wildcard teams, and then maybe a couple things like my Super Bowl picks, and then just talk about who I think the worst team is going to be. So, in the AFC, number 1 seed, winner of the Division West, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2 seed, winner of the AFC South, Tennessee Titans. Number 3 seed and winner of the AFC North, Baltimore Ravens. And then the 4 seed and the winner of the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills. And then my 3 wildcard teams are the New England Patriots, the Cleveland Browns, and the Indianapolis Colts. And then moving over to the NFC, my number 1 seed and the winner of the NFC North is the Green Bay Packers. My number 2 seed and the winner of the NFC South is my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The number 3 seed and the winner of the NFC West, LA Rams. And then the number 4 seed and the winner of the NFC East, or NFC Least, the Dallas Cowboys. Very quickly, just want to mention, rest of the division winners had pretty much better records than all the wildcard teams. Dallas Cowboys, way worse record than everyone else in the playoffs. I just think the Cowboys division is so bad that they can win it with only 8 or 9 wins compared to the rest of the teams who had to reach 11, 12, 13 wins to win their division. And then finally, the three wildcard teams in the NFC would be the Seattle Seahawks, the New Orleans Saints, and the Indianapolis Colts. My Super Bowl picks for this year are going to be I think the Buccaneers are going to end up running it back and making it back to the Super Bowl. And I think they're going to be playing the Buffalo Bills. I think the Bills make the push this year and get to the Super Bowl. And then from there, I'd have the Bucks beating the Bills in the Super Bowl. So I think the Bucks are going to end up repeating. And then lastly, just real quick, because I find it fun, I want to talk about who I think is going to be the worst team and end up getting the number 1 pick. And I believe that's going to be the Houston Texans. I think Houston is really bad this year. I think they'll have some competition in Jacksonville, Cincinnati, Detroit, and Philadelphia. But I think Houston's going to end up pulling that first pick from everyone else. So, yeah, that's it for this week. Next week, you guys will be getting some live footage from the Cincinnati Bengals-Minnesota Vikings game and then get a recap. So, thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.